Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
And hello everybody, welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers Wednesday night stream here on the Cinco de Mayo. It's a hump day. It's time to rock and roll with you guys and have some fun as we talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your host, the most, Ranger J 1999, going solo on this hump day. What's going on, Pickle Flashers, Wookiee Strokers, and the likes? Glad to see you guys here on a Wednesday. Happy Cinco de Mayo if you are celebrating it. And glad to have you guys here for another stream where we break down the latest and greatest Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes and give you a little bit of insight of what it all means. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Cover the recent update, cover everything that's going on in the game, answer your questions. It's pretty simple. If you have a question, this is an interactive stream. We'll talk about all that stuff. It's an interactive stream, so if you have a question, make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement. We use Nightbot as a filtering tool, and so if you would like us to answer your questions, please do that format. You can see some examples in the chat already. Thank you for that. So we'll get to that. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you get your ass in here. It does help the channel with the views on this and helps with just everything. So if you want to keep the channel being successful, just hit that thumbs up. It's not that hard. We wouldn't mind it. And feel free to comment on the videos after they're done, and subscribe if you like the content, not just here but on Twitch. You can go and jump over on Twitch, sub as well. Follow us on Twitch as well. We do a lot of GACs and stuff over on Twitch between mine and Loki's and other streams that you can check out. They're a lot of fun. So you can do that. Now, if you want to interact with us too, we have stream elements, stream alerts set up where you can go and you can play funny little sound bites, alerts for biddies. Also, if you have your channel points, you're more than welcome to play everything that you would like on while we're streaming. That's what it's all about. But it is little old me, Ranger J 1999, by himself. Everyone seems to be on vacation or working or doing stuff right now, but it's not going to stop us. It's not going to stop me from doing the show. We're going to make sure we're here every Wednesday, goddammit, until either I die or the game dies. One of the other two. This is the only way this is going to ever stop. So, but it is the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community, and we want to keep it that way. So glad to have you guys here as a part of what we're doing. Glad to see you guys all here. Make sure you say hi to me, say hi to everybody in chat. Give your greeting. You know, you can whip out your pickles, stroke your Wookiees, whatever it is, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and get it going. Go ahead and get your questions in. We'll have some time for Q&A after we cover the latest and greatest in news and notes. And we've got a few things to cover today. So a lot of good stuff's happening in the Star Wars world, especially in the game. We have a lot of changes that have recently gone on. So we'll have more time for Q&A because it's not going to be forever that we're going to be covering this. I'm just going to cover the latest post, talk about the latest glitch we've been seeing in the game, things of that nature, and then we'll get to your questions. And yeah, pretty simple, to the point. If you'd like to support the stream and what we're doing in the game and other places, of course, you're just watching the video all the way through and everything I mentioned before. But if you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, check out our Patreon page. It's listed below. $5 a month can really help the stream and what we're doing, and it's very much appreciated. So keep hitting that thumbs up. Share the stream too if you know people that would be interested in checking out RSG and have fun. Share it with them. Say, hey, you may like this. So there we go. So give your greetings. Keep it coming along. We slowly let people matriculate in here to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Hope someone's drinking a margarita. For me, I'm still doing my exercise and diet. So no margaritas for old Ranger J 1999, but that's okay. You guys can enjoy one for me. So What else? Anything else? Tomorrow we'll do GAC. We'll have the lunch stream. And then Friday we'll do the lunch stream. Now Friday night I'm looking to show Bad Batch on Discord for those that don't have Disney Plus and want to watch it. So I'll try to set that up for Friday night, if not Saturday. And then Saturday, I believe we are definitely on for Jedi Academy. And then we should have D&D. I don't think there should be any problems for D&D. But as I said on the D&D stream, people aren't going to be there. I'll do their damn voices and continue the story arc. I just don't. I'm going to make sure we get the D&D streams in as well, as best I can. I mean, sometimes even real life affects me, but as much as I can get those in for you guys, so you guys have something to listen to all the time from RSG. You guys check out all the different stuff. And then, there's other games we do, like Don't Starve Together, they do Phasmophobia and all those other games. And of course, State of Survival, things like that. So, all right. So that being said, I think we are going to start off. Glad to see everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. I can see some questions already popping in. That's really good. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Keep those questions coming in. Keep those interactions coming in. Let's rock and roll. Let's have some fun, skewers. All right, so we're starting off with our first post. We're going to get right into it. We need to talk about the title update that came out yesterday, May the 4th. And happy May the 4th to all you guys that didn't catch the lunch stream yesterday. I dressed up as Darth Revan. We had Mort on. He dressed up as a Jawa. We had Nev and a whole bunch of other people on. It was a lot of fun as we celebrated May the 4th. I suffered horribly through mod depression, but everything's good. So yeah, let's get into the actual news. Let's break down these posts and talk about everything here. If you have anything about the post that you would like to discuss, you can put that in the question. You know the format. Put it in there. We'll discuss all of it. Now, one thing I am going to say, there is a embargo for us for 2 weeks. We don't allow it. No spoilers for the Bad Batch in the stream. A lot of people haven't seen it yet, so don't be that guy. I'm just going to delete your message, and if you try to repeatedly do it, I don't care how long you've been with us, I'll put you on a ban. So let me just drink some water here, get some wawa in me. All right, good to see, good crowd. All right, let's kick this pig off in style. Let's do this. All right, so we're starting off with title update 542021 from our good friend, the wonderful Salacious B. Crum, who was on a few weeks ago here in RSG. Answer some of these questions, but there's a lot of good stuff here. So let's read through this. We're also going to get through Echo's kit reveal and some other stuff, so we'll get through these news and notes. So let's jump right on in. So let's start off with from this post from Crum. It says, "Hi Holotable Heroes. Today's update brings the next Bad Batch clone trooper to the Holotables. Echo. Echo started off as a clone trooper that liked to stick to the rules and do things by the book. He earned his nickname by compulsively repeating his orders and regulations, but was captured in a daring raid on the Citadel and thought to be lost forever. His comrade and commanding officer, Captain Rex, never had any doubt that he would survive and later found Echo captured and modified by the Separatists to provide clone battle strategies to the droid army. Once Echo was rescued from his terrible fate, his knowledge of the Separatist forces helps his squad stay one step ahead. His special ability, One Step Ahead, weakens his enemies and increases target enemy cooldowns by 1 if he also targets a Bad Batch ally. After recovering from his ordeal, Echo was no longer the clone trooper he used to be and joined the ranks of the Bad Batch as a trusted and unique member of Clone Force 99. Unlock Echo in all the new marquee events, Clone Force 99. So if you haven't done it, it's cool. It's like your standard marquee. Echo looks good. His kit looks really good. We're going to break that down here in a little bit. We'll get to that here in a second. But glad to see Echo coming into the game. We got 4 of the Bad Batch. Let's see how it all plays out. So now we get into the news. So let's break down the news here. So first off, says, news, we're celebrating another Star Wars Day here in the Cantina. We've got patrons from all over the Outer Rim to rock the holotables. We are rewarding double drops on light side battles, dark side battles, mod battles, etc., today, yesterday and today. And you can enjoy these rewards. May the Force be with you. You can see all the stuff that was sent to us. It was pretty nice. Nice little package of stuff. Of course, we got the Clone Wars Chewbacca charge. I think that's all we really care about. So yeah, absolutely, good stuff. Double drops were I'll say this about the double drops: 0 times 0 is still 0. Now, some of the stuff that I worked on, I got tons of stuff. Some of the stuff I worked on, it was pretty awful. So, que sera, what will be will be. So, So let's move on. Today's release also coincides with the forced update for yesterday's rollout of the title update, containing several improvements to the early game experience. Read more about the changes here. Now, we talked about the early game changes. If you haven't seen it, you can go check out the changes. But I like the changes. I think the changes are cool. It's time. It was about damn time that they updated the beginning of the game. So I'm glad to see that they finally did it, and I like the characters that they're giving new players. And it's the way they need to go. If you're going to entice new players, you got to give them some good stuff. And I think it was a smart move. So I'm totally fine with it. Under the changes, says challenges and fleet challenges no longer have a cooldown between successful attempts, and the multi-sim functionality will attempt to claim rewards for all challenges at once. Now, I really like this change too. The sim change is fantastic. I did it today, and I was just so happy. Like, one button, I'm done. Oh, God, what a great quality of life. I don't have to sit there. Yeah, I remember when it was like, 5 minutes? Then they did it to like 5 seconds, but now they're just zip, done. You're in and out. Once you get it, you get to that point. You gotta love it. Cantina battles now show primary rewards on the campaign map. That's also fantastic. It was really cool to see what the main reward is that you're going for in those. So I thought that was an excellent change. And fleet and conquest energy have been added to the top bar of the cantina. Another quality of life change that I really like. So you can see your energy at all times for any of the energy that you might be building up. So these are all great changes, along with the early changes in the game for new players. So I really dig it. I think it looks fantastic, and I think it looks good. Plus, we had all the art changes. For the most part, the changes look great. For some of the characters, it looks fine. The portraits look fine, except for Ray. Poor Scav Ray. My goodness. I don't know what they did to her. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, her mugshot there does not do her justice. It does not look good. They may run to rewrite that. But everybody else, Kylo and Jedi and Anakin, that stuff look really cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Old Man. They look really good too. So I was digging that. But Rey, I looked at her, I was like, oh, no, they messed up Rey again. Oh, boy. And last but not least, they say we are adding additional tiers to Galactic Challenges. 2 tiers will be added below level 1 for players around 45 to 55. We also have added a tier between 4 and 5 to smooth out the difficulty jump between those 2 tiers. All right, so we're getting more tiers to Galactic Challenges. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Lots of changes, lots of quality of life changes. They did talk about that they're going to do more of these as they start tackling things. We got the guilds changes recently. We're getting these quality of life updates. There's going to be more coming out. We got new characters coming out. We have the announcement of Ahsoka and Conquest. We're also getting we had the announcement of Jedi Master Kenobi and the first round of requirements. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the game on top of the normal stuff. So, yes, indeed. Let's see here. All right, let's work on... All right, so characters and ships. Introducing Echo. You can see Echo there. Looks fantastic. Looks fantastic in the Bad Batch, so it's pretty cool. For more info on these units, check out the kit reveals strategies below. We will look at that here in a second. So we do have the new hero Echo from the Bad Batch. It looks fantastic. Now, we do have the Shard Shuffle. Many characters have been moved to new modes and have had their minimum star level reduced as part of our update to the early game experience. You can read more about that there. If you haven't known, there's some characters that have been moved to the accelerated list and stuff like that. We do have the announcement Hunter is now available in Chromium packs and shipments. I know, because I got some Hunter shards today. If you guys want to see tomorrow, I'm going to get all 4 of the Bad Batch 1999 packs for you guys. Just get those up and running. Because I am going to farm the Bad Batch, but I ain't buying, other than the 1999 packs, I'm not buying the other ones. Sorry. I'm just not rolling Swevens anymore. I'm just not going to spend $300. I'll just get a couple hundred and get them through shard shipments and things of that nature. All right, events, Marquee, Clone Force 99 Echo, that launched today. And so you go in and you get your Echo shards. May the 4th drops. We're rewarding double drops. We already talked about that. I hope you guys had some good luck with some of the double drops. I did a buttload of them yesterday and today on the launch stream. For the most part, I had pretty decent drop rates. There was a few. It was like, ooh, boy. The drop rates on this are really, ooh, boy. Yeah, pretty awful. You can see the unit fixes here. There's a bunch of stuff that they did. And then we also have the pack and bundles, Echo Marquee pack, Echo bundle pack. I mean, those are pretty standard packs. You get the shards and you get all that other stuff. So yeah. So there you go. That's the news. Now, I want to talk about this before we get into the Echo Kit. So we did have a problem with the update. You guys don't know about this, and you're seeing it in the chat. So this was put out yesterday, and it says late yesterday. It says incorrect account resets with update. It says, hi folks, we're looking into reports that a small number of players are getting their account set to level 1. Their roster, guild, and account info has been lost, but it's forced players to go through the initial experience, and they can't access many game features. We're working to fix this issue as soon as possible. We apologize for the issue, and we'll give you an update as soon as we can. And then they said they isolated the issue, but they're trying to get it done by this evening. So this is the one that came early this morning. It says, we are confident that we have a fix for the affected players, but we're going to do the prudent thing and wait till tomorrow morning when we can monitor the impact and ensure it does not cause any further issues. We deeply apologize if you're one of the few accounts that are set to level 1 and unable to log in. Once this is fully resolved, we'll explore and make good for those players. Then they kept going on. It kept going on. One of the things here is this, the last one was, we're continuing to find small issues with the server fix. The team is going to work through this evening to resolve these issues, and we're planning to release the fix tomorrow. We will have hopefully a final update tomorrow morning on the timing of the release. Thank you for your patience. So apparently what has happened is with the update, and there's a few in chat that were affected by this as well. You couldn't log into their account, but they were set to level 1. They couldn't do anything in their guild. They couldn't access any of the stuff. So yeah. All right. So that was just an update on that. So, if you're one of those players, hopefully they get you guys fixed sooner than later, and hopefully they get you guys compensated. Especially since it happened during double drops. I think it was Contingent that's telling me this alt was like that. You didn't get a chance to use double drops. They better compensate you guys pretty thoroughly. I mean, that's pretty rough. That the only time we rarely get double drops, and for something like that to happen during double drops is pretty awful. Especially if you had crystals and stuff you spent like that. So hopefully they try to do something to make up for it in a big way, because that sucks horribly for those players that could not get access to their accounts and do double drops and all that other stuff. So, all right, let's get back into Echo's kit. I want to talk about Echo's kit. So, if you want to see the dev insights, you can, but we're going to go to the kit reveal and break this down. So he's the 4th member of Bad Batch. You can see the team. This includes Rex. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but we'll see. So he's light side, supports Bad Batch, Clone Trooper, Galactic Republic. It says loyal Clone Trooper who supports his allies in battle. His highlights: provides high sustain for his Bad Batch allies, controls enemies by dispelling buffs. Yes, he does, and helps his Bad Batch allies deny banners in Grand Arena. So, this is the character I was kind of waiting for, and it looks pretty damn good. So let's talk about his abilities. They're pretty cool. So his first ability is his basic. It is Daring Defense. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy. Grant defensive up and evasion up for 2 turns to the weakest Clone Trooper ally who doesn't have them. I mean, that's pretty incredible that a basic does that. So it's protecting the homies and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty good basic. Special 1 step ahead. Final text: inflict buff immunity on target enemy for 2 turns. Inflict expose on all enemies for 2 turns. Dispel all debuffs on target other Clone Trooper ally and call them to assist. If that ally was Bad Batch, this buff immunity can't be dispelled, and Echo increases the target's cooldowns by 1. Includes Galactic Legends. Keep that in mind. There's a lot of Galactic Legend stuff in here. This attack can't be evaded. So that's pretty nice. Special 2, Never Any Doubts. This is 3 cooldown. What was the other one? 3 cooldown? Yeah, they're both 3 cooldown. Final text: Clone Trooper allies gain evasion up for 2 turns. Dispel all buffs on all enemies and inflict daze and healing immunity for 2 turns. Absolutely. I was using this early in the marquee. It's ridiculous. For each buff dispel, Clone Trooper allies gain 10% off until the end of their next turn, and Bad Batch allies gain 5% turn meter. This attack can't be evaded or resisted. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This gets some turn meter. It does a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, Echo's kit looks incredible. So yeah. Unique 1. This is his Zeta, one that survives. This Zeta is pretty damn good, if I'm being honest about it. Final text: whenever clone trooper ally gains or loses a buff from a Bad Batch ally's ability, they recover 4% health and protection. And this is doubled for Bad Batch allies. So you can use a clone on this and still get some of this benefit. Not as much as halved, but you still get some good stuff here. 8% health and protection is no joke. Now this is the thing here. This is pretty potent. Whenever a Bad Batch ally inflicts a debuff on an enemy, that enemy loses 8% protection. If that enemy had less than 50% protection and more than 50% health, they also lose 8% health. This effect includes raid bosses and galactic legends. That's pretty insane. Echo's kit is pretty damn OP, man. I mean, damn. This is a piece we're kind of waiting for. I mean, we should get another Bad Batch, hopefully, but good Lord in heaven, looking at this kit, I give this a high mark. I mean, Echo is the key character here. He is that spark plug. We were talking about that spark plug. The other characters are pretty good too, but I mean, this, Jesus, that's unbelievable. So, holy moly in the frijoles. To have that kind of, to have with everything else the Bad Batch does, and to throw this on top of it. Gotta say, Bad Batch is looking pretty nice. Is it worth $2,000? No, but is it pretty nice? Yes, it's pretty nice. I'll get them up. But I mean, that's 1,600 Cryotex you're looking at right there to get those 4 characters up. So that's not something I'm looking forward to in the immediate future. I'll work on them, but sweet Jesus. It's a pretty decent team. I got to say, the team with the addition of Echo has really flipped the script on this team a little bit. Now, I haven't looked at his stats. Let me see if Star Wars guys. Let's go look at GG real quick. Let me move this tab to a new tab here. Sorry for the. Let's do that. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. I just want to see if their stats are on there on GG. It should be. I don't know if they. When I looked before, I didn't see him. Let's see. There he is, Echo. So his base speed is 198. Yeah, he's super fast. Yep, that was what I was waiting for, is a speed. So, dude is potently fast. You put a good speed set on him, he's going to get that team rocking and rolling. So, I think, yeah. Echo is what I was waiting for. He can do turn meter and all that stuff. This is the character we're waiting for. And whoo. But the Cryotex, baby. The Cryotex. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Cryotex are... going to be a farm for you guys. Yeah, his speed's ridiculous. 198 is pretty insane. So, all right. So guys, let me know what you think of Bad Batch. Get your questions in if you have anything about Bad Batch. I think it's going to be a really good squad. I think it's going to be a fantastic squad. But I mean, the money spent on that. Holy moly, man. That's still a lot of dough to throw out for these 4 clones. And we're still missing a 5th clone. You know, what's going to be the deal? What are they going to do with Crosshair? When's he coming? Those kind of things. So we're still missing one more. They're saying use Rex. You're not going to use Rex. You're going to keep Rex with gas. I mean, sorry, you just are. Goddamn. All right. All right. So that is Echo's kit. So if you guys have questions about that, feel free to pop in. But yeah, looking at his speed, 198. Jesus Christ. That's unbelievable. That is pretty good. I just think his kit's amazing. I mean, the dispel. I mean, he did that one that dazes and dispels at the same time. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Plus, you get the stealth and all the other things that these guys do. It's going to be a good team. Use Cody. Yeah, use Cody. Might as well, right? I mean... Not that Cody's all the greatest thing in the whole world, but I probably will, since I'll have him probably on, because I'm going for Jedi Master Kenobi. Probably need that butthole to for Kenobi. Might as well use him somewhere. It's not a bad observation there, Ivan. All right, so that's that. I don't think there was any other news that I wanted to cover. Those are the big things. We get an Echo. It's been the celebrations. That's why I put celebration as the thumbnail. You know, it's been a celebration. I hope your May the 4th and Return of the 5th and Cinco de Mayo have been fantastic. Hope you guys have had a good 2 days with Galaxy of Heroes and just enjoying Star Wars. We're all big Star Wars nerd fans here. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. So very, 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 very nice. All right. Let me see here. Was there anything else? Let me check the forums real quick. I think that was a title update. Yeah, that's it. Talked about the road ahead earlier, so. All right, so I think that's all the news. So that's all the news for right now. So I said this will be more of a Q&A interactive kind of stream since it's just little old Ranger J 1999. Keep your questions coming in. I'm going to go through and say hi to everybody. We have UTEB, Moss Kanata, Ghost Strike, Ray Rock, Zachary, Fatality V2, Stonewall, Darth Revan, 1023. What's going on? You can tag Discord. I don't know who's tagging me, but I ain't got time for Discord right now. Contingent 33, Ronin Zai, Fatality V2, what else? 73. What other name have I not said? Stonewall, Ivan, we mentioned. Trevor Bio Gaming's here. Ray Rock, I think we said his name already, but I'll say it again. So I got a few people watching the stream. Just the names I just coming across right now. Neo Venom 2. Very nice. What I'm going to do is we're going to start doing Q&A. Since it's just us. Probably have a lot more questions than the news covered that you guys probably want to ask. So feel free to get your questions in. Let me get this set up for questions. Nightbot's fighting me. These things happen. All right. Keep hitting that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do the same thing over on Twitch. Now, I don't know if Loki's doing his GAC tonight. I know he's working, but I have no idea. He could be on the stream tonight because he's having to work late, so he's going to miss the stream. So I don't know if he's doing GAC here in a little bit. If he is, then you'll guys... Dextronic's here. Well, I missed your name, Dextronic. I apologize, my friend. Now that I'm reading chat, I can see everybody that's popped in. So yeah, pop in, say hi. I'll say hi to you. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Dextronik. Glad to see you here, my friend. All right. Can I do this in a way? Do this way so I can see the chat at the same time. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Let me see. May the 5th. Where's the first question? There we go. Yeah, go ahead and get your questions in, get your greens in. I see you guys. So say hi. Say hi to not just me. Say hi to all the boys and girls out there. Say hi to all the skewers. You got your emojis. Please use them. Get your Poofil Baby Rangers going. Do whatever it is you want to do. Get my attention. Of course, you got Super Chat. If you really want your question answered ahead of everybody else, feel free to do a Super Chat or just do something silly. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last time someone Super Chatted my ass is something ridiculous. So feel free to do that. Remember, we got the stream alerts. If you want to do those, you can. Also, the channel point stuff on Twitch. You want to play that while we're streaming, you're more than welcome to use those as well. All right, I got everything up and running here. All right, let's go through some of these questions. Zachary, my man, says question: You can use Rex to great effect if you don't have a 501st squad. Seems like a very awkward phrasing, and anyone who has Bad Batch has a 501st, possibly double meaning, hinting at a new character. I don't know what the hell the deal is with that statement. You're not going to take Rex off the 501st. You're definitely not going to take him off the 501st, period. I don't necessarily just use Gas 501st. A lot of times I'm using Shock T 501st and GAC and other places, not necessarily using Gas. I mean, ideally you want to use Gas and the 501st together, but I mean, now I'm mainly using Shock T and clones, and I'm using Gas as like another on a Jedi team typically. But you're still not going to pull Rex off. You still need Rex for that team. So I'm not quite sure why they're saying you need to use Rex. Now, the thing that's been mentioned is with the new Ahsoka, maybe she takes the place of Rex. We haven't seen her kit yet, but maybe she jumps in there as the 5th for under, Gas. Possibly. I've heard some people talking about that. There's a little tongue-in-cheek use Cody, but Cody's kit sucks. Sorry, it just does. I mean, it's not bad kit, but maybe it works well with the Bad Batch. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll have to play it by ear here and see how this goes. But it's going to be interesting to see how it's all going to work out. I mean, I don't know what the answer is with Bad Batch. We've got 4. I don't know what's going on with Crosshair when they're bringing him in. They had Rex in there, which I guess is a temporary hold until we get Crosshair. If we do get Crosshair, I mean, Jesus, at this point, I don't know what the hell CG is doing. But your guess is as good as mine. But hopefully we get all 5 of the Bad Batch. We don't have to take Rex off another team. That's silly. I'm not going to use Rex in the goddamn Bad Batch. I'm just not. I mean, God, then you pull Snips from GR to put it on that team, so you have a full 501st contingent. But then you lose your engine with Rex, because he's really the engine that gets them going. You have a fast Rex. I mean, it's silly. It's kind of a placeholder, so I don't know what to tell you. We'll have to wait till everything plays out. We're still, as I said, until we get until I see all the Bad Batch and see how everything works, I don't really know for sure like what's going to go where and what's going to be played with who and that kind of stuff yet. So I'm still a little bit in the lurch here about what's going on. But thank you for your question, Zachary. What else? 73 says, question: do you think the new JC Teams update will make it harder for people to cheese defense and go full offense? I keep dealing with weak defense and all Galactic Legends saved. Yeah, it's going to force some people to make some choices here because, I mean, the way I'm looking at GAC, if you have a developed roster like mine where you've got teams coming out your ass, I mean, there's a lot of times you guys have seen it if you watch me do GAC or Loki, we have teams left over where we didn't use them. So if you have those developed rosters where you're not top heavy, you're going to be in a good spot. If you are top heavy, you're going to have to either cheese defense like a mug and you're going to give points up and you're going to have to hope and pray, or you're going to have to hope that your Galactic Legends hold on defense, but there's too many counters for them now. There just is. I mean, I've got 3 counters for any Galactic Legends that are not Galactic Legends. With the Troopers now, with the Dark Trooper, with the Jedi Knight Luke counter. Also, I've got the Vader counter. So I've got 3 counters right there for any Galactic Legends I face. So I don't know. And looking at someone like my roster where I've got like plenty of other teams that I can still use on defense and still have fun. I mean, I may put all my Galactic Legends on defense, be like, good luck, and just go try to beat their stuff. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I mean, eventually people will kind of get the note that, you can go top heavy if you want, but with the counters to Galactic Legends, you have to have the rest of your roster done. That's why if you ever seen us do recent roster reviews, what we recommend is if you do Kylo, get Luke, but then you go work on some other teams, round them out. Those Galactic Legend teams, like the Vader counter, you get the Luke counter for working on Jedi Master Luke, but like work on Troopers, work on those counters that give you more options for offense and defense if you're going to climb before you go get, say, a 3rd Galactic Legend, something along those lines. So that way you're not too terrified about it. And there's plenty of videos. There's plenty of us, all the videos we do with JAC. You can go back in and look at the counters we use, why we use those counters, things of that nature. So let's see here. Neo Venom 2 says, question: what do you think the chances are that Bad Batch are needed to get GL Kenobi? I got asked that the other day by someone, and I was like, I don't think they are. I mean, I don't think they are. That doesn't mean that they won't. That they possibly won't be needed on there. But that would be a real slap in the balls if you ask me, if CG does that, because the amount of card text needed for each of those characters is 400. That's 1,600 card text if you had the 4 Bad Batch that are there right now. That's not including if they bring Crosshair in. You had Crosshair. That's if the trend continues the way it has been. There's another 400, and that's 2,000 card text. That is a shitty farm to try to go get a Galactic Legend. They have to be smart about this. If CG's listening, and I know they are, you got to be smart about it. You want to do Relic 8s? I'm okay with that. Just like we had Relic 7s. I'm not thrilled about it, but I can understand it. You throw Bad Batch in there, and let's say they do Cody and Cam and some other stuff related. I mean, just Christ. Other than the top well Krakens, most people are going to be turned off, and they're not going to want to do it, because let alone getting the characters to 7 stars, which is going to cost some money, and then investing in gear, you might as well slow farm it. I mean, and the other question I get a lot is about Cam. What do you think if they add Cam, what's going to happen? Now, what I believe is going to happen is CG will, I mean, the Lightside TB has been 1.5 years, almost 2 years that damn thing's been out, and we're still working on it. But Cam himself, unless you're in a top mid-tier guild or higher, where you're getting 20, 30 shards, you're not seeing Cam in those kind of guilds. We're still working on it. I'm still working on them. I mean, it's really hard. That Lightside TB, that mission is ridiculous. And I don't have the best success rate with it. So as hard as I try to beat that damn thing, I can't. But that's another. There's a lot of question marks. We'll know more come the 19th of May. When the 19th of May comes around, now I took since I had all the characters were 7-star. I'm not worried about that. Just which characters have I not relicked yet, and what relic level they're going to need to be. The first round, if you don't know, was Kenobi at relic 8 with the negotiator, which only needs to be 6 stars. Then you need relic 3, Ayla, relic 3, Mace, and then who was the other one? Oh, Bo-Katan relic 5. Now I willed out on Bo-Katan and got her. She's relic 3, but to take her to relic 5 won't be any problem. I already had a relic 8 Kenobi because the Fleet Negotiator's done. The other characters were gear 11 and 7 stars. I just took them to 12, and I'm just hoarding resources because I want to see what the next, before I make the full commitment, I want to see what the next 5 are. Actually, I want to see what all of them are before I go deep diving in, so I'm just hoarding at the moment. I'm just hoarding buttloads of gear. I took advantage of double drops for that whole purpose, so there you go. We'll have to see. We'll see if they're needed for Kenobi. If they do, man, that's just, you ain't going to see many people going for Kenobi. It's going to be a huge turn off. They ain't going to make that much money off of it. Because who would want to spend that kind of money just for gear and the stars on those characters and then have to go do the rest of the relics and other stuff for the other characters? Christ in heaven. Unless you have, like, you're rich, bitch. You ain't doing it. All right, next question from Ray Rock. There we go. He says, question, I did 15 sims of Quill and got 0 shards. Oh. Damn. Damn, bruh. I see Kazakage. He says, I'm here. I see you, brother. He says, question, I did 15 sims of Quill and got 0 shards. Still leave me 2 short of 7 stars. Do you feel CG dialed down the drop rate for double drop events, Ranger? It's hard to say because in some of the stuff that I farmed, I got huge successes. But there were some, like, I got, like, for instance, I did Chirotex today. One round, I only got 2 out of 20. These are 20 pulls at a time with the energy. But then the other time, I got 16, 14, and, I think 12. So when you look at it, you're like, yeah, there was some bad mojo there. Now, I will say the character drops were pretty poopalicious. The gear wasn't that bad. I didn't have any problem with any of the gear. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I say Cantina was really good. I had a ton of salvage from Cantina because that's all I was working on. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, Kazakage. Characters though and ships, I'm still farming the Sith Fighter, Sith Bomber. They're 6 stars. I went for those, and the drop rates were like they were. I didn't get many shards for that. So maybe character shards, possibly. Was dialed down. I mean, I don't have a really good answer for you because I have no way of knowing unless I had like all the materials say what was it or the CG to tell us that they did. I mean, in some areas maybe they did, but the old adage still stands. 0 times 0 is still 0. I don't care if it's double drops or not, and I hate that. At least guarantee us 2. On double drops, to be guaranteed 2. Everything else is up for game, but when you don't have that, it's just like, yeah, it's just stupid. I'd actually prefer to get guaranteed drops and double drops in some cases. When you're trying to farm this stuff, I mean, there's so many days, even with, I'm not talking just double drops now. I've been farming those stupid ships forever. And I've done on the string where I got 0. I mean, how frustrating is that? And I know you guys too. He just talked about it. 15 sims of Quill and got 0. I mean, Christ in heaven, that's ridiculous. If he had the energy, that means he used a 25 and a 50 to get the other 2 chances and got 0. Come on. That's mean. We can do better. I think we can do better. I mean, if you're just going to guaranteed at least 1, right? But we could fix this, CG. We can make it to where getting 0 is frustrating. You save up your energy, you get your crystals, you're interactive in the game, and you're actually spending crystals to try to do like, Rayrock just said, and he can't get the results he's looking for, and then that just pushes back your timeline. So, it's a bleh. Kazakai says, no, I've been slawed out on quill shards. Yeah. I mean, that's why if I'm going to go for a character now, I just get it out of the shard store. I farm it, but, you know, if I can get the drops on those on other shard store, I am. Like, I'll do that with Bad Batch. It's much cheaper that way, too. All right. Zachary says, question, the Bad Batch trailer had them in a ship. If the ship comes to the game, what do you think their situation will be? Could it be that they're scoundrels? And I don't know. I don't know. We know that they have a ship. What they'll make the classification of the ship and stuff, I don't know. There's Zachary. We're not going to get into Bad Batch. We're not going to spoil anything. So we do know, we saw in the trailer. So it's been in season 7 of the Clone Wars. So we know they have a ship. Will the ship come in the game? Who'll be the pilots if it's all 4? I don't know what they're going to do with it, but where will it fall under? GR, you know, I don't know. We'll wait and see. That's an interesting observation. Yep, Isaiah Kelly, we were just mentioning that 0 times 0 is still 0. So 0 times any number is still 0. Yeah, it's pretty rough, but we'll wait. I mean, I think we're a ways off before we get their ship. I hope everybody's doing good in Conquest. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get that last, I think, feed or 2 I need to get the red box. We have enough to unlock Razor Crest as is right now. So we'll have that ship here ready to rock and roll here in about a week. Less than a week, 4 days, 5 days when we get our drops from that. So that'll be cool. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see that. Well, look who it is. It's Jason BM. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a New York minute. What's going on, young lady? Glad to see you here hanging out with us. All right, I'm looking for more questions. Those are the ones I see right now. As I said, we're just chilling tonight, guys. We went through the news. It's just me tonight. It just is a Ranger solo stream, so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in. Stonewall says, question, why are you farming Quill when Dark Trooper is farmable? Laughing out, sorry, Ray Rock. Why not do both? One's Cantina, one's a different energy node. Why not just have your cake and eat it too? You can do both. Yeah, if you guys are not farming Dark Trooper, you should. I have him Relic 8. I use him all the time. He is absolutely disgusting. He is a one-shot machine. It is stupid. That character is the best character so far. Although Echo's kit's pretty damn good too. So I think that was a pretty good kit. I mean, the others are fine for what they are, but yeah, Echo's kit kind of gets high marks for me. But goodness gracious. Oh, JC, I'm so sorry to hear that. Our hearts and condolences to you go out to you. Sorry about that. I had no idea, Jason. My deepest condolences. Ray Rock says, I'm trying to unlock BAM since I will be unlocking the Razor Crest after this conquest. Well, there you go. Yeah, BAM's gear is awful too. Good God in heaven. And for characters that's subpar, and I'm sorry, he is. Yeah. Rose Taco, my man, says, can't farm Dark Trooper yet. Need Cantina for relics to get Kylo. You stay on target. Stay on target. You get that Kylo taken care of first, and then you go get that Dark Trooper. I'm telling you guys, you guys see me using him. He's absolutely disgusting. The Trooper team is just absolutely disgusting. God, that team is amazing. Just wrecks the shit out of stuff. So stupid. All right. All right. We were just chilling. It's a Wednesday night. It's a Cinco de Mayo. I hope you guys are drinking lots of margaritas and cervezas, because I am not. Just me, little Ranger J 1999, doing the Wednesday night stream, running it solo, having some fun. I just keep getting tagged in Discord. Sorry, just responding to somebody in Discord. I didn't see it. It's getting tagged all over the place. I think people are streaming stuff. All right. What else? 3 questions. Says, did you hear that Arnold was beating both Revan teams with Bad Batch and Shock? Cody, a couple others today. Was that kind of impact expected? Possibly. I don't initially. So initial test, I got to see it long term. You know, how many times have we had those videos and things where it's like, you use them, you face them. What was the situation? What were the mods? Those kind of things that I want to see long term. I think with the addition of Echo, that the Bad Batch might be in that realm, especially with all the damage, just true damage with that protection and health loss on Galactic Legends. I need to see more before I make a final call on that. I mean, it looks great on paper, but again, we know on paper doesn't mean shit if you go in there and it long-term consistently wins. We've had that issues with some teams in the past where we thought, oh my God, this is going to be the next Spears thing. We see all these videos on it, and then it turns out to be a dud. And so I'm I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, I'm going to work on Bad Batch, but my priority is Jedi Master Kenobi. Then I'll go do Bad Batch. But I will get the stars. That won't be a problem. It's going to be getting all that stupid gear. I mean, that's so many card attacks. I can't even. Oh my God. Question: can we see the mods on your trooper team? I don't have the game up right now, Stonewall. But if you go to GG, you can see them. They're there. You can see all the mods I have on the different characters and stuff. Just pull up my trooper team, or just go to characters, go to teams, go trooper team, and then you can see it there. I'd have to load the game and everything with BlueStacks, and I'm not going to do that right now. But if you want to see them, you can go see it. You can go look it up. If I had the game up, I would show it, but I'd have to load BlueStacks and stuff and go through all that headache, so I'm not going to. Kazakaka says, unfortunately, I work later, so I can't drink, Ranger. I'm sad. Well, there's always a time to drink, so when you get done with work, then you can, celebrate one for me. Red Ribbon Army, what's going on? Says, question. The other day you were talking about modding, and you said you want a thick gas. Isn't that just poop? Well, no. By thick gas, so the way I've got gas modded is offense sense with health set. I've got tons of protection on him, and I've got tons of offense on him. So when I say I want a thick gas, I want him to have buttloads of protection because he's going to counter. And I want him to stand up as long as possible, or stay standing as long as possible. And I want that counter to go. And mine's at Relic 8, and that dude wrecks, dude. Even at Relic 8 with what I've got on him, I mean, he just absolutely destroys teams. Gas at Relic 8 with those kind of mods that I've got on him, you can go check again on Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.gg, Ranger J 1999. You can see I've got him modded. He just absolutely destroys. He's pretty amazing. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm glad I did Relic 8 on gas. Boy, I mean, he is... Especially, and with those, if you have him modded correctly at Relic 8, when he stands back up, he is an angry little man, and he is going to just one-shot everything. We did that against the Darth Revan team the other day. I think we lost 5. He sacrificed. Gas stood up. One-shot Bastila, one-shot Darth Revan, one-shot Malik like it was nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. So, yeah, when I say thick, I mean a thick boy that can do some damage. Kazakagi question, when will Mace and Plo Koon be great again? Never. They may be needed for Jedi Master Kenobi, but they ain't going to be great. Darth Revan says, yeah, Arnold beat CLS, GG, Jedi Knight Revan, 4 mandate, or Darth Revan, Padme gas needed getting. I mean, that's fine, but again, I'd have to look at the footage. What was the modding, the teams, what was the relics, all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's initial good information, and it gives you an idea of how good the team possibly can be. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot there that I'd have to look at. Now as we get over time, we start seeing that consistently happen. Then you're going to say, yeah, Bad Batch is here to stay. Of course, you got to have those super mods too. You don't have good mods, I'm sorry, you're going to get your ass kicked. So mods are a big part of it. Dextertronics' question: are 5 impulse detectors worth 10,035 conquest tokens? If you only need 5 more, say take like a big time person to Relic 8, say like SLKR, yeah, as long as you're good on your Razor Crest, I say go for it. But if you're not, then I don't think it's actually a good buy. If like say you're, because those are hard to get, and it's hard to get the gear for those because the drop rate on the gear is poop. But I would say if you're close and that would help you get over the edge, and you've got the extra conquest monies, then go for it. I mean, I did it for the last relic I did. Now I'm saving all my stuff because I know I'm probably gonna need a relic 8 or 2 coming up. Plus I want to save one for Kenobi, so I'm saving all my relic 8 stuff. Jace, this question. Any advice on C mods and very best team? What do you run Ranger? I don't have C, but I know what you want to put on him. You want to make him a beefy boy, big beefy boy. Health and speed is what you want on Palpatine. You want his health as close to health and protection, mainly health, like above 170,000 minimum. You want him, especially if you're going to run him solo against what you're going to use him for against Rays and stuff like that. But because if you get those Relic 8 Rays, she can one-shot. We had it happen the other day where I saw someone lost with Watt against a Ray team because Ray just absolutely crushed his ass, didn't have enough health on it. But yeah, just make him, I mean, speed is just so you can just do his stuff faster. It's not that important. I wouldn't stress about it too much, but lots of health and protection secondaries. You want him around 170,000 plus. But yeah, that's what Loki does. I mean, I think he's got like 200,000 plus on his now. Yeah, don't worry about the protection. If you've got 170,000, you'll get, say, like 30,000 protection on him, or 180,000 health and 30,000 protection. That's more than enough. You just want to make them be able to take the big hits from the GLs when they do it. Now, when I say GLs, I mean not Kylo. I'm talking about Rey and Luke. I mean, you should have no problem with Luke. Rey can get tricky because, especially if she's Relic 8, she will nail your ass. And we've seen it time and time again where someone goes in with C, did not have enough health. Actually, we saw this with Booba Kitty. She came close twice where she was like, I mean, it's just a sliver of red health because Rey almost took him out. So you got to make him be able to take the hits. Now, it's nice you throw Watt with the tank tech and he'll be good, but you still have to make sure he's beefy because he will not survive those hits from Rey. All right, any other questions? So keep your questions coming in. We're hanging out, chilling out with you guys with old Ranger J 1999, getting you through the night here on the late night shift. We'll go over here. As long as you guys have questions, I'll keep rocking and rolling. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and get them in and I'll answer them for you. I was thinking about that one question about troopers. I believe my Gideon's 340 something. I think Piet is 320, I want to say. Stark is right after him. Like, that's the order I went in. Veers I just made, I think, just beefy so he can take some hits. And then Dark Troopers all offense. Offense, and more offense. You don't need to worry about crit damage on him. Zachary question says, once people unlock Razor Crest, how Tooth will go with that? What possible tank would we have then to run with Radis? I mean, I've run Sith Bomber under that team. What other tank have I run with that? I've done Sith Bomber before. I've actually used Clone Sergeant as a if I'm not going to use them on the finalizer team, I'll put them on there. Just as a tank that comes in, taunts, and then you're off to the races. You can use Clone Sergeant. I don't use Clone Sergeant on my GR team anyway, so that's a tank you can use if you're not going to use Houndstooth. And someone was telling me about, we thought about Mace, but Holdo would be a great team for the bounty hunters because, they get with Razor Crest and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see once we get Razor Crest, what's going to be the actual team that people really want to run. So, yeah. What else is I run? Clone Sergeant and Sith Bombers, reinforcement apparatus. Yeah, absolutely. You start off with the three resistance, let them do their thing, get the 2 tanks in there so they can get some cover, and then behind the tanks, and then Sith Bomber's great because of his AOE on the Holdo team. And then I think usually run House Seal. You can run Clone Sergeant and Sith Bomber, and then it's always goes the young Lando Falcon. The Aluminum Falcon. Continues this question. Okay, now you have me thinking about Gas, not Relic 8. Which party would you add him to? JML, GG, and Vader. I put him above those three, actually. I've done those. Now, I haven't done Vader yet. I was going to, but I decided not to now, especially when I'm in General Master Kenobi. But yeah, I'd actually, for Jedi Master Luke, I'd do Jedi Master Luke at Relic 7 is fine. And he just gets a lot beefier and stuff, but I mean, I'd do Gas. Vader's always a nice one. GG, I mean, I'm not convinced of it. It's mainly for his ship. You know, I mean, my top one I always recommend is Kylo and Kenobi, General Kenobi. I think those two are, those are well worth the Relic 8. I think Rey, I think it's a great Relic 8. But I think Gas, Jedi Luke, Relic 8s are pretty damn nice. You get that offense numbers up, and I mean, they just become powerhouses. But I think GG, Vader, and JML are fine too. But if I had to pick one, I'd go Gas. I mean, I'm telling you, man, Gas at Relic 8 with those clones, man, he just absolutely destroys. It's pretty disgusting. Those are just my 2 cents, and that's just from my experience from what I've seen with Gas at Relic 8. I mean, I was hesitant when I was arguing with Dane about it. I'm like, all right, I want to do it. And then I did. And I mean, that dude, good God, he has been worth every penny. I think the other character, once you eventually get him done, will be Cam. I think Cam is a character you want to get to Relic 8 as quickly as possible. That dude's unbelievable. El Sombrero says, question, will Cam be a requirement for the new Galactic Legend Kenobi? I don't know. He might be. If he is, I think they'll put packs in there and he'll be in the weekly shipment, so if those that want to finish him can finish him. They're going to have to do it that way, El Sombrero, if they do put him into the game. Because if they bring him in the game and the only way you can get him is light side TB, they ain't going to make any money off this. Because people are going to be like, I'll wait. You know, because they have to wait anyway. Why spend money on characters and stuff when you have to wait 3 to 4 months to get Cam? Because you can only do light side TV once a month, and then it depends on how good your guild is at getting the shards. So is it a possibility? Absolutely. I wouldn't put it past CG to put him in there as a requirement. I think Cody's going to be a requirement. I think it's going to be a lot of Jedi. They're going to be the requirement. Qui-Gon comes to mind as when you're going to have to relic and stuff. But yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all. But it wouldn't. I'll tell you, it wouldn't shock me that we'd see packs and weekly shipments and stuff for him to get him, or someplace else to get him. I mean, they've done that with some of the other stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me. You know, but Darth Vader says, depends on how exclusive they want to make Jedi Master Kenobi. Well, it's not about exclusivity. There is exclusivity, and there's also basically cutting your nose off to spite your face. If they do that, I'm telling you right now, they're going to not make any money off General Master Kenobi. The Krakens will get it because that's what they do. They'll have most of it done. But those people that like to spend and they're looking at it like, this is like we were talking about with Bad Batch. You put Bad Batch as requirements for Kenobi, people are going to not do it. Because why would you go through that heartache and just spend all that money where you can just like, okay, it's going to take me a while to get this shit anyway, so why spend? I mean, you have to create scenarios where your customer will want to spend money. If you make it too exuberant where they can't afford it, then you're creating a situation where you're not making any profits. You know, people will still play the game, but they're going to be like, hey, fuck it. I'm just going to I'll be like that. I mean, if it's that and I can't get Cam, I'm like, okay, I'm not spending any money. I mean, CG just lost me on me spending, and I would spend to get him. But if they put Bad Batch, and let's say they put Bad Batch and Cam, worst case scenario, I'll be like, nope. I'll go back to farming. I'll just do Bad Batch, slow farm, and I won't spend anything other than maybe get some shards, some character shards. But yeah, my spending will go way down. But if they do it another way where he's exclusive, but you have to still get the gear and stuff for him, which I still think it's still, you have to spend some money for it, and it's not excessive. It's pretty reasonable. I mean, by reasonable, I mean it's going to be pricey, but I don't mind it pricey if it's reasonable. But if they do that, then they're going to hose themselves. They're going to look at that quarter and be like, this didn't work out too well. I kind of know what I'm talking about. I do have a degree in this stuff, and I've worked in companies that deal with this stuff. I mean, you have to look at the price point. Because even the Krakens, I mean, not a lot of people have gotten Bad Batch. They may get them, but they're going to... My mic just went woo-woo for a second. Sorry about that. You got to be smart about, you know, that inflection point. What's that inflection point? Like someone like me, I'll spend a couple $100. I don't mind if it's for the right reasons. But if you make it so outrageous, where I mean, all these characters and gear, and I'm thinking I'm spending thousands of dollars, I'm not going to spend. I mean, it can't be so demonstrative. I mean, you want to make it exclusive, sure, but think about what you need to get. If the requirements alone are like 3 Relic 8s and all these other characters, you got a Relic, that alone is still going to get you your price point, because people will spend to get the gear, the crystals, and stuff for these characters to get them up. So you're going to make a good profit off of that. You start adding Bad Batch or Cam and you don't get people way to farm Cam, they have to wait 3 or 4 months. Dead. Absolutely dead. Dead on arrival. Krakens that are people that do have it will, but the rest of the player base, they're not going to spend for it. They're going to be like, why would I? Just slow farm it. So, I mean, it's what happened with me. I mean, every character that had come out marquee that I can get for $150, I spent on. Now, the only one I did that wasn't like that was my girl, Bo-Katan, but I just really wanted her. So it kind of works out for me because I got her already, Relic and everything, so it kind of worked out. That was just lucky on my part. I didn't think that she was going to be needed for Kenobi, but I mean, since then, I mean, rolling packs for 7s and 5s, man, it's not fun. I mean, you're spending $300-400. It's like, good Lord. Especially if you're doing it for stuff that you really didn't want to work on. I mean, it's like, it's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. It's a hard buy for a lot of people. So you can still make a nice profit off of, if they did Cam but did packs, they'll make a nice profit off that. I think if they add the Jedi, the Council, and make Kenobi kind of related to that, I think that would be really smart and, make some money off the Relic buys and purchases and crystals that they're going to get from that. So, Desiree says, still think Relic 8 will replace the Relic 7s that we had on the other Galactic Legends? Yeah, I think so. We had to get Relic 7 when it first came out, on those first Galactic Legends. That was a pain in the ass. I think we're going to see another Relic 8 or 2. I mean, we already have one Kenobi. But that's actually a pretty damn good Relic to get. What I'd love to see is Grievous be a part of that one dark side character. They don't do it for every Galactic Legend, but they've done it for a couple. It's been 50-50. Where you have that one dark side character. I'd love to see Grievous. I mean, that would be 2 ships you'd have to Relic 8. We're getting a good value out of it if you Relic 8 both. If you have to Relic 8 Grievous and Kenobi, I mean, that helps her out. Their ships are nasty at those levels. I mean, I have a Relic 8 Kenobi, and it's pretty nasty. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did. Maybe one more Relic 8, some other different Relic levels. I mean, Relic 8s are a little bit harder than Relic 7s because it's exclusively only in the Sea Pit raid, really, that you're getting and if you have the roster to get the upper tier of Conquest and get the rewards and be able to use the purchases to get some of the stuff, but it's pretty rare at the moment. So I think maybe one more Relic 8, maybe 2. Yeah, the only reason I think it'll be Grievous and not Dooku or Maul Darth Revan is because Maul and I think Dooku and Maul are both needed for Palpatine, so they're not going to overlap. I'd be shocked to see if they were going to overlap. Alright, so I'm trying to join right now. Oh, dang. Look, everybody, it's the GAC Whisperer, Thing Kyrell.
Hello, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Happy Cinco de Mayo. I thought you were gonna be busy tonight, drinking and eating fajitas and drinking cervezas.
Pretty much. I'm going to the store right now to pick up some stuff, but I saw you were flying solo, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump on in.
Yeah, it's all good. I've been doing this for a little bit, so. Most Galactic Legends have 1 or 2 overlapping tunes. What tunes are you talking about, Darth Revan? I can't think of any tune that you needed for one Galactic Legend that you needed for another.
Yeah, that's true, huh? They haven't.
Yeah, Resistance was full Resistance. First Order was full First Order.
Well, they had Han in there, but that's it.
Well, I mean, it was Vet Han, but I mean, he was the light side character they did.
Yeah.
JTR and
Emp, they haven't.
JTR and Emp for Palpatine both overlapped. With who? Han? Who was the overlapping character? Because JTR was all Resistance with, was it Han? Veteran Han?
No, Chewie.
Chewie. What out of the Resistance was on the need for Emperor Palpatine?
I don't know. There was overlap between Knight and Master Luke, but
Yeah, there was characters with Knight and Master Luke, I believe. But that was Jedi Knight Luke. That wasn't another Galactic Legend.
yeah, no, there was another Galactic Legend. No.
JTR was in Jedi Master Luke, and Rey and Amp was in C and SLKR. Rey and Amp. Did you need Rey for SLKR?
No, not for SLKR. No.
Yeah, he needed Jedi Knight Anakin. Let me go look at this. I'm like, what the
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I can't think of any character that was needed like that. Okay, let's look at this. If I can find it. I have the Galactic Legends listed here on GG. Oh, JTR. Okay, JTR Relic 7. Okay, there we go. What's JTR one you need?
She was needed for Palpatine?
Yeah, I don't... Was she?
I don't know. Was she? It doesn't make sense if she was.
Alright. I'm going to go log into the game on my phone right now. Because now you guys got me... You guys got me trying to figure this out. Now I'm going to confirm this. Now I'll take a New York minute to load because I haven't played it on my phone in a bit. I've been using nothing but BlueStacks. Once in a while I'll play it on the phone, but because I'm looking for anything that was overlapping. So let's go to come on, phone. All right.
I mean, I remember that when we talked about overlap, we thought that maybe Kylo could be needed for Master Luke.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
All right, let me look at something real quick. All right, Palpatine. He needs Palpatine Vader, Royal Guard, Admiral Piet, Director Krennic, Darth Sidious, Darth Maul, Count Dooku, Sith Marauder, Imperial TIE Bomber, Jedi Knight Anakin, Grand Admiral Thrawn, Grand Moff Tarkin, General Veers, Colonel Stark. There is no overlap with any other galactic legend with Palpatine. Jedi Master Luke needed. Obi-Wan, Ray Trick. Okay, so JTR was needed for Luke, so there's one. JTR for Jedi Master Luke is one. So there was one character there.
There we go.
C-3PO, Mon Mothma. Okay, just looking through here. If there's any that overlap. Chili's Big Slando. No, okay, so those were. So JTR was one there, not for Palpatine. All right, and I know Kylo did not have any over. Well, Rey, you needed JTR, so I guess that kind of makes sense. He was the one character that JTR was needed for both Luke and Rey. All right, let me look here. I don't think Palpatine had. Director Krennic. I'm just looking if he had anything with First Order. No, he didn't. Because I'm looking at Kylo's. Kylo Ren and Mass. Kylo Ren. Smuggler, Sith Trooper. General Hux. Look at Palpatine one more time. Okay, so you needed Emperor Palpatine for Kylo and for Sith Eternal. So those were characters, that two characters right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm looking, is there an SLKR in here?
So considering we needed Emperor Palpatine for Kylo, that means that we're definitely going to have to use Anakin, you know, if we ever get an Anakin, you know.
Yeah. Count Duke, Darth Maul, Darth Sidious, Piet, Earl Guard, Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine. Yeah, and there's no version of Kylo that's needed on this list for Palpatine. So yeah, it was Palpatine and JTR. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, JTR was needed for both Jedi Master Luke and for Rey, and then SLK, SLK and C both needed Palpatine. But those are two, legendary characters?
Yeah, they're like bigger name characters. Yeah, yeah. Palpatine's a legendary, and then Rey is a hero's journey.
Yeah, so... Alright.
Yeah, so there's precedent for it, you know.
Yeah, so, I mean, those two, but those were kind of unique characters that you, I mean, that was a farm in itself to get the JTR. I remember that farm. Good Lord. Remember we had to get the vets? Good God. And then Palpatine's not that bad. He was that's a long time ago you got Palpatine. So yeah, two characters there, but I don't think that there's going to be an overlap with Kenobi. There might be one, but it's going to be one of those special unique characters you probably already have squared away if you're a long time player. So.
Well, what would be an overlap character?
That's what I'm trying to think. Kenobi, maybe Jedi Knight Anakin. I mean, you needed him, I guess, for C. But you may need him for Kenobi. Maybe he's the one that's the overlap.
I mean, considering that I think that Lord Vader's coming, I don't think they're going to make us use Anakin for Kenobi. I think Anakin will be needed for Anakin.
Yeah, that might be the case where we have Anakin needed for...
I think Anakin and Gas will be needed for Lord Vader.
Maybe Old Ben. That's a good one. If they're going to have an overlap character, Old Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I could see that one. Old Ben could be one that you have to, but if you've worked on the other scenes, if you're a long-time player, you should have him pretty squared away. At least Relic 3, right?
Yes.
But there's what else in the but there's more than one Anakin. Well, let's hope it's not Gas, because then a lot of people are like, oh my God, I need Gas. Oh my sweet Jesus. Alright, so wanted to make sure we had that cleared up. I was like, was there overlapping characters? Who was it? I couldn't think of it. You have to actually go look at the list and think about it. But yeah, it's JTR and it is Emperor Palpatine. But those weren't normal formal characters. But yeah, I could see Old Ben. Again, we're going to have to wait till we see what direction they go. I mean, yeah, Old Ben, Cody makes sense, right? As two of the characters. I think those two characters, maybe some more Jedi on the council, right? And I think Cam's going to be the one.
I think we have more likelihood for Maul to be a repeat requirement than Anakin for Kenobi.
Now we could have Maul. I mean, someone's saying, well, the new Ahsoka. Someone asked me, will she be required? I'm like, no, not a chance in hell.
No, she comes out way after.
Way too many, so they're not going to do that. So, because you can only get her through Conquest, and that's 3 conquests from now on top of having to get into her packs. So for yeah, I think Qui-Gon would be another one. What else? Any 3? Qui-Gon, Old Ben, Cody. Those 3 characters right there. So we need.
I think Cody's probably the only one I'm like 100% sure is going to be on the list. You
don't think Qui-Gon's going to be one of them?
I go back and forth on Qui-Gon, but Cody, I'm like pretty sure he's going to be required.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to say, right? I mean you think. I mean, this is all pure speculation. Nobody knows a goddamn thing about they're going to drop. Hell, it could be Bad Batch and Cam, where I'll be like, well, that's it. That's it for me. That's true. Fatality says gas wouldn't be that bad as a requirement, considering we need a Jedi look for Jedi Master Luke. I could see that. You need gas for Kenobi.
Yeah.
That could make sense. And a lot of people have worked on gas. It's kind of a freebie. If you worked on gas, you get like JTR. You got Ray, kind of locks in there. So gas, Old Ben, Cody, Qui-Gon, those could be 4 that are needed for General Kenobi, and then they throw a bunch of rest of the council in. Hell, I thought maybe they throw Yoda in there.
Yeah, he could.
You know, Grandmaster Yoda, why not? I'm totally down with it. I mean, but again, we won't know till the 19th. Now, will they be needing?
Yeah, then we just get.
What relic level? I can tell you.
How many requirements are we getting next time? Is it just 5?
5, and 5. So we get the first 5, we'll get the next 5, and then after that, we'll get the last 5.
Oh wow.
So,
yeah, we're getting the event sometime next month. Is what we're guesstimating, right?
Yeah, it's sometime in. Well, so I think the last announcement of characters will be on the 5th, and then they'll give an announcement that it's coming, but it's usually, 2 weeks afterwards?
Yeah, normally it's every 2 weeks. Although this time it's every 3 weeks.
So it could be, I think it's going to be a couple months, which is fine. I mean, I'm just hoarding gear right now, too. I'm not going to take Mace or Ayla up until I get the next round and have an idea what I'm looking at. I mean, I'm just going to hoard gear and then I'll do it. I'll make the big push. All right. So we just had the big debate on that. All right. If there are no more questions, I'm looking to see if there's any more questions. Okay, Darth Revan says 5/19 and 6/9 are the next releases per the road ahead. So I thought it was the 5th, so it's the 9th actually. So hell, it may be end of June, early July we get Kenobi. If we give it like that 2 to 3 week mark after they announce it. I could see that. So we'll wait and see, folks, what happens. We'll wait and see. And this is all we can do now. Red Ribbon Army question: how far in relics did you take your troopers? I think they're all relic 3. I need to take them to relic 5, but once Jedi Master Kenobi was announced, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait on that. I did take Dark Trooper to relic 8 because that's really the one you want. Oh my god. What else answers this question? Ranger, don't you think you have enough time to get C and then go after Kenobi? No, it's about salvage. I have to make a decision on one or the other because I'm going to reform salvage. So if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to go Kenobi. I mean, just farming it out of Cantina for 1, and then 2, the gear I have left, it's going to be like, yeah, I need to pick one or the other. And since I've already done 3 and Jedi Knight Luke, I mean, my salvage has kind of gone to crap. Fatality says I popped in a question. Don't know if Nightbot grabbed it. Let me go look. I'll look here real quick. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does. It'll skip it. Fatality. Let me look here. Oh, there it is. That's some. It just popped up now. Thank you for reminding me. And you guys, if that happens, if you have a question, ding a hit, just give us a reminder. I'll go back and look. Sometimes Nightbot even misses it. So, Fatality VD question: they surely will include Order 66 in the GLK event. Thoughts on Yoda and CWC as requirements? They were on Kashyyyk together when they were attacked. I just don't think Clone Wars Chewie is going to be one. And nothing to do with Kenobi.
If it was a Galactic Legend Yoda, I would say yes.
Yes.
Considering it's Galactic Legend Kenobi, I don't think so.
I mean, I see Yoda's being, he's on the council, maybe the Jedi that you need as a one that you can get, that people have relics and stuff like that. That wouldn't shock me at all. Clone Wars Chewie would have been like, no.
Yeah, that would be worse than Sidious or Rose, man. But
I know. But then again, I know, right? Good old Clone Wars Chewbacca. Good lord. But I think looking at, I mean, for me, it's Jedi Master Kenobi, and then it's going to be Bad Batch. It's the only thing I'm going to be working on for a bit. I did the legwork and got all the other stuff done. I was going to go for Palps, but since they answered Kenobi, I'm going to go for Kenobi. I think he's going to be OP as shit. I really do.
I just think he's going to be really, much better than than
I think he
Palpatine. And then
is.
you like doing stuff for your guild too, so I think it's gonna be a better bang for the buck for like that GOTV.
Oh yeah, of course. So absolutely. But yeah, I think Clone Wars Chewie's out. I mean, you never know. I mean, they could throw some random shit in there, but I mean, the other stuff, it made sense. They all had some ties with each of the characters in some sort of way. Clone Wars Chewie does no ties to Kenobi whatsoever. Not that I can think of, and I'm pretty much a lore junkie, so I don't even know if he ever met Chewie until episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think their paths ever crossed. I mean, Yoda's and his did, but yeah. Fatality V2, thank God. Yes, indeed. All right, we'll go for another 5 minutes here, guys. A little bit shorter stream, but you know, it's Cinco de Mayo. People are out having a good time. It's Wednesday night, and we're celebration. It's a celebration. Let's take it to the ickiest. You want to chuck it up with the old boy Ranger J 1999? I'll offer you a truce. Man, my head is bumping. Now that you mention it, I think I'm bleeding inside my chest, but I got the medicine. Bitch, come over here and have sex with Charlie Murphy.
Did you see that they changed the new game character?
The new what?
The new game characters, or the characters we get at when we start the game?
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we already covered all that stuff.
Yeah, that was that's pretty cool.
Well, all the quality of life changes, the Sims, and just the stuff that they're working on. You know, as they mentioned in that one post, you know, that they're working on to make the game better, quality of life. That they're going to tackle. We had the guild stuff, now this stuff, and there's more to come. So, you know, Chrome kind of hinted at the ship thing like he always does with his little quirks he likes to throw in there and makes you go, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
Finally get that Red 5 we've been asking for.
Yeah, you know, right?
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna get Red 5. It's gonna be Ray. It's gonna be Ray as the pilot.
I know. We're like, oh no.
She's gonna be the resistance tank. She's gonna be that resistance tank that we all want.
Stonewall question: do you think we will get a new marquee for one of the requirements for a panic farm, like Kanan's master?
No, they would have announced it by now.
No, they would have announced it. That character would already been out.
Like,
Piet was rushed.
Piet was, like they would have like made it. They would have dropped marquee like right now, and
that would drop last week.
Yeah.
That stuff would already been ready to go. So I don't think.
I mean, I guess since it's still like a month and a half, it's possible, but highly unlikely.
Yeah. Fatality says, if they tweak ships, please make it 5v5 again. I still hate the 3v3 format. Yeah, I miss the days of 5v5
Oh,
ships.
No. Please, no.
Revan said that Crumb said the Galactic Legend Jedi Master Kenobi will not require any of the previous Galactic Legends to unlock. So you won't need a Galactic Legend to get them, so we know that much.
I think he meant like other Galactic Legend requirements. So there's not going to be any repeat requirements. I mean, it's good if there isn't, but, you know, something should change, right?
So, I don't know. And we don't know what it's going to be. And this is purely speculation. Nobody has a goddamn clue what the requirements are going to be. We just have to wait and see. So we won't know till the 19th and the 9th. So we're kind of on pins and needles until then. And until then, I'm just going to hoard gear and get shards of Bad Batch, which I'll do tomorrow on the lunch stream. We'll get those 4 characters. We'll get the 1999 packs. But other than that, nah, brah. Nah, brah.
Yeah, I just got Bo-Katan to 6-star, and I'm just gonna wait until she's farmable so I can finish her off.
Yeah, it should be farmable pretty soon here. So hopefully you get better drop rates than I do on those goddamn ships, because those are pretty awful. Oh yeah, just a quick thing as we start wrapping up and getting ready to get the hell out of here. Last call for questions, by the way. Our person on GAC, our opponent, put all 3 Galactic Legends on defense.
Woo! That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and he mixed it up. He went like Kylo with Night Sisters and Rey with like Malik, and I mean and then he didn't use Watt on the Bastila team.
Oh, good. That's good. That's gonna get easier on us.
Yeah, I mean that team will get wrecked by ours. Because I don't think his Luke doesn't have the ultimate on it, so good luck to you, buddy. But I think what he's trying to do is, I think he's going to try to hope that his Luke counter and his Vader counter can work against ours. God bless you, sir.
We got because the Night Sisters makes that counter harder, so he probably saw that we always put the full first order team.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably like, okay, well, I can use the Revan counter and just get through it, but we threw the Night Sisters in there, and it's like,
Well, he doesn't have Malik for that counter either. So I mean, it's like, okay, you can try. But gonna have a hell of a time with it now. Fatali says, you know damn well if Cam is needed, they won't announce him until the 3rd set of requirements. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at the least, but if they do, I mean, I'm still going to be waiting. And if they do say Cam and they don't give us any packs or anything, I'm like, okay, see you in a few months. Just like Bad Batch. I mean, I'm not going to go bananas for it. I'm not going to spend money if it's for futility. I mean, I don't mind spending money, but it's got to make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm like, nah, bro, nah. But we'll wait and see. I mean, we're assuming Cam's going to be needed. It's got a strong possibility, but that I mean, we have no guarantee of anything right now. It could be all kinds of stuff we didn't even think about. I'm like, shit, okay, in a lot of different directions. So, I mean,
it is. Satine. They could drop in Satine out of nowhere. It's the legendary event.
Okay, Satine. But we'll see. We'll wait and see.
Like all the Mandos required for her, and then she needed for Kenobi.
Oh, God. I'll be ready. I got all my Mandos ready to rock and roll, so that won't be a problem. They're just not really doing much, and we put them on defense. Although that team's been doing pretty well for us on defense. I got to say, man, I'm sorry. That's kind of throwing people off.
Know how to fight it.
Yeah. They go in there with some team, and then they get their ass kicked. Like, I don't understand what happened. Although it looks like people are using the big stuff on that team because they're scared of it, which I don't mind. I don't blame them. All right, it looks like
they're the hot boss breaker, but
yeah, I'm getting ready to log out too and call this one done. So we've been going at it for a good hour and a half. Cover the news, cover the Q&A. So appreciate all you guys hopping in today with us. Very much appreciated. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and all that good stuff. If you want to support what RSG is doing, make sure you become a Patreon sponsor. About $5 a month really does make a big difference for us to keep the quality of streaming that you guys are used to. Think of following us on Twitch and YouTube, and think of following and subbing on Twitch and YouTube so you can get those notifications of when we go live. We do a lot of streaming, guys, so it does behoove you to hit that bell notification so you know when we are going live with a lunch stream or GAC or anything like that. So with that, I think we're going to wrap this one up. So thank you guys for all your questions. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for dropping in while I was doing my solo work here. So things going back to celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody in the chat. Happy Revenge of the 5th. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight as I ran solo for the Wednesday night stream. Very much appreciate it. So get some rest. Let's go get ready to do some GAC tomorrow. So on behalf of myself and everybody here, have an awesome rest of your night. And the last thing I'll say is wash your hands, wash your face, wear your mask, do your social distancing, get immunized. You can get immunized. All right. We're going to get through this corona shit eventually. And just want to make sure that we're all safe and doing the right thing so we can still be here. We'll keep you entertained. We'll keep your mind off the world. Just be safe. That's all that really matters. So everyone have a great rest of your night. Be safe. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.